Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Live with Lindy, MLB and NBA research. We got ourselves an hour and a half until NBA kicks off. We got ourselves 2 hours until baseball kicks off. I'm going to be there the whole way with you, the whole way. We're going to be covering everything on today's MLB slate and 4 games in the association, which kick off the playoffs officially yesterday. Kind of duds of games. And shout out to Golden State for doing absolutely nothing. I mean, Steph getting plus money on 5 threes in an elimination game is pretty wild. Pretty wild. You go back historically, there were some 4.5s with major minus money. And I get it. It's the Suns defensively. They've got some pieces. They can do some things, but that ended up just being a bludgeoning. Yesterday, just to kind of recap what we talked about on MLB, Lindy's obviously the highlight. Nico Horner ends up going yard. I wish I had played it for a quarter unit, but, such is life. Those are how things work from time to time. Have one play already kind of queued up here. Got a couple of underdog cards that were based around it. We'll get into the ins and outs of that. Didn't hit the middle, which is really annoying because Kristaps Porzingis hits 2 threes pretty easily. And Booker doesn't get to 22.5. So if you were watching on pick 6, this went 27.5, and as soon as it got to 28.5, I hit the under to play the middle. And it did go purple, so we got a little extra, but to only make 1.5x my money on something that looked like it was going to absolutely smack for everybody was really frustrating. But Jalen Green goes completely scorched earth on the world. Ended up adding my second 2-home run play of the season at 0.1 units there. Ended up playing a small play on FanDuel. And then Devers didn't want to make him like a full play just because I liked the alt number more. Of course, he hits a double right off the top of the wall, which was kind of the theme for home runs yesterday again. Again, Nico Horner going yard. I'll give that a flame emoji. That was awfully fun. Jose Ramirez wasn't close. Gunnar Henderson, my God. How unlucky are we? Another double right off the top of the wall there. Thought it was gone, but God forbid. Michael Busch didn't end up going yard, but plus 575, tons of CLV. Matt Wallner not remotely close. Boston Red Sox, nice to have them convert for us there. Cam Schlittler was free as free gets, that is for sure. Jonathan Aranda not yard. Yet another day where a team puts up a bajillion runs and you don't hit an over. Like, what are we actually doing? What are we actually doing? I felt very confident about the card yesterday. To only get 1 home run and to lose money slightly on a +9. So we hit a +970 right out the get-go, and then to not have anybody else go yard with doubles off the top of the wall and a bunch of other kerfuffery. That was really frustrating, I will say. But to not hit an over with 9. I know it's a push. It's better than a loss, but come on, man. How did that not come to fruition? Unbelievable. Martin Perez? Phillies can't score a run on Martin Perez? Are you kidding me? This guy fucking kidding me? Oh, my goodness. But felt pretty confident about the card and ended up being down a little bit, which is just kind of the theme of this week. I've had some really good stuff in the pitching department, and home runs overall have been very good. We're up over 8 units, but remember how we were up over 12 units 5 days ago? That was fun. You shouldn't complain about profit this early in the season, especially because this has been the best home runs have been for me in the first 3 weeks of a season ever. And yet, just cool in that department with a +970, but played it for 0.1. That's how the math works. It is what it is. Got a ton of stuff to cover for you here on today's program, but hit that like button if you could as we begin. Sorry, had some technical difficulties, tried to restart the computer. Maybe don't update your iOS right before you're about to go live, and then everything's screwed up. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team, unless you download your shit right ahead of time. We got the NBA props tool. That's rocking. That's good stuff. We also have the MLB props tool. That's rocking. That's good stuff over at Stochastic. We're going to walk through. We got tails here beautifully set up for everybody to take advantage. And then, of course, did throw an offer into the premium Discord. It's a Lindy Discord exclusive for what it's worth, because we're not going to give that to anybody else. That is for sure. If you're in the Lindy and Friends Discord, there is a post from yesterday. I should probably bring that back, because we just had a conversation. I said, if people are in there, they shouldn't be paying full price for OS. So if you're in the Discord, 60, 50, 40, 30, we got a lot of opportunities. 30 is the most we've ever gone, but awesome opportunity if you're in the VIP to take advantage of a promo code that is in there, so you can get this beauty for like, what, $15 a week? It's outrageous. It's an outrageous deal. So the ins and outs. You need to have a great odds screen. That is very important. I'm actually going to organize it the way that I had before. We, of course, are going to walk through Baseball Savant for every game in the MLB streets, and we've got Add More Funds, which has been beautiful, Fangraphs, which has been beautiful, and we're going to be using covers here for weather, because weather is the theme of the day yet again. We got wind blowing in, 65 degrees here in Yankee Stadium. We got wind out, but freezing cold at first pitch for an afternoon game. Can we stop having games north in April? Let's just do a month of playing games in spring training, do a tournament, do something that's more fun than dealing with this bullshit. I get it. Every city wants to have their games, then build a roof. We had the Metrodome for how long? Wrigley Field, wind out, almost 20 degrees. It is whipping out there. Yeah, we got low temperature, but the wind is going to matter a lot more. Fastball Freddy on the bump. We'll get into the ins and outs of that. Your nicest weather spots, PNC Park, wind out, a little bit of rain that was in the forecast. It didn't look that bad to me. Let me double check, because I had this on cue. We're adding a bunch of stuff to that props tool for what it's worth, where, you're going to very much enjoy your life and enjoy this program a lot more, where we're able to do a lot of cool things. Again, we're getting going. It's going to be a long MLB season in a good way. You get to hang out with me, right? No? Okay. Fuck me. Yeah, it's fine. Fuck me. Anyway, we got so much to get to. Finishing out the weather. PNC Park is nice and Nationals Park is nice. 81, 82. Why is it like freezing cold in Boston and DC is like 82 degrees? What? They're not that, they're far away, but like, it's pretty wild to me. It's pretty wild. Baltimore, Cleveland, Progressive Field blowing across. Good for lefty power. Dean Kramer on the mound. There's some things to do there. Dakin Park, they never have the roof open. I hate them. Citizens Bank blowing straight across. Never the greatest park for righty power, but it's definitely above average still. T-Mobile, we're in Seattle with nothing. Chase Field, roof open, but nothing. Coors Field, 54. Nothing like some Denver weather to really get your life going on track. A lot of people on that under. I didn't quite understand that, even though, did it come to fruition? I think it was like 7-1 or something. Manuel quickly ruled out. So the first domino falls. First domino falls in the NBA streets. And we could try to snipe some numbers here quick if we wanted to take a look at some things. Scotty Barnes assist rate. Scotty Barnes assist rate. Scotty Barnes assist rate. Scotty Barnes assist rate. Kalshi, plus 114. I would go snipe that over 6.5. Let's see if we can get something down right out the get-go. Let's go. Gotta fly. Gotta fly. Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle and let my spirit carry me, or something like that. I don't know. I want to fly. Still up on Hard Rock, Arizona, plus 115. Got it. I don't care about sniping NBA this time of year. Let's go. Snipe it. Snipe. All right, let's check in on the chat. Say hi to everybody here on this fine morning. Sorry again about the technical difficulties, but I promise you, we got 2 hours. We're ready to rock. It's going to be good times. Soder home run. Fuck, man. I'm still so burned from 2 nights ago when he hit to rockets. Absolute rockets. Nico back-to-back. Don't hate that idea. How is Muncy smacking at 4:30 in that freezing weather? Because he's a freak. What do you think about Suarez, my guy TJ, for Cincy today? 18 blowing out to right, but 39 degrees. There are some push and pull weather spots. Again, when you get the wind there and Wrigley, but you get cooler temperatures, I will say this. Target Field mitigates the wind a little bit more. Not going to be as appealing. Wrigley Field, the opposite. Wrigley Field, you'll take the wind with the cooler weather, because that is really what it's made for. If you want to wait until it's nice in Minnesota, they aren't playing baseball in Minnesota until the summer solstice. They're playing baseball there today. Yeah, well, they're playing baseball there today because they have to. And yeah, nothing makes sense. Brunson over 7.5 assists. Robinson over 8.5 rebounds. Plus money boosted for you, Scott. I don't hate that. Got a bunch of people up here. LFG, my dog. Can you walk me through how you got on sale under 7.5Ks? Show me how to use this thing. I will show you how to. Sounds dirty. I love my wife. No chance KD sits game 1 against the Lakers. No one sits out against the Lakers. We got that. We got Ant Edwards. We got some weird Q tags today, but Emmanuel quickly ruled out. A little slow on the draw here. Kevin Durant, Q tag. Nobody sits out against the Lakers. Well, he might sit out against the Lakers. Sucks that the Lakers are healthy minus their 2 most important pieces. That sucks. It really, really sucks. Really, really, really sucks. All right. And there was one other thing that I saw in there. PCA question mark? Oh yeah, we can talk about some stuff there. The problem with PCA this year is just lineup order and opportunity. Fastball Freddy can get strikeouts, which I don't know. I think we've all noticed that there is no question. There's that. Good news for your Barnes double play. No question. No question. You cannot ask for more. It's playoff time. We're gonna see big minutes for guys like Scotty Barnes. Also, I got this. I got my bacon. I was all ready to rock this morning. And then technology decided to hate me. We got some lovely bacon. Shit. I want to put it in your fucking mouth. There we go. That's what she said. She said that because she liked it. J-Ram Luriano, Pasquatch home runs. Yeah. Pasquatch is alive. All I had to do was talk shit about him. Can we touch on the Giants game? We absolutely can. We're going to talk about all of it. It was just a research show for 2 hours. If I were here by myself, I'd be doing a lot of the same damn things. I got my sheet in the background. I've got weather here and a number of different places that we can aggregate, even though, National Weather Service, you hope is pretty predictable. You hope it's pretty good. But we got windfinder.com. Man, life is good. Man, life is good. I love baseball. This is the best. This is actually the best. Where do we want to, do we just want to start at the very beginning? Sound of Music taught me that's a very good place to start. Cameron and Warren. I think we've covered Warren a number of times on this program. One of the biggest disparities, it's not reverse splits. That's not what it is. It's not what it is. But this season, been playing it more to the middle here. Just throwing sinkers exclusively. Fastballs exclusively to righties. Starting to figure out that, hey, keeping it in the yard, still pretty good. Notice how there's no curveball. He hasn't thrown a single curveball to righties this year. It's a little bit of a problem for strikeouts. As you go back here, 28.9% K rate to righties, 20.3% to lefties. And then it gets even wider from 2024, 35%, 17%. So not reverse splits. What it is there's generally a huge disparity, but striking out fewer righties, but he's doing an amazing job of real life pitching. Doing an amazing job of finding ways to induce ground balls with the sinker and just real life, keeping it in the yard no matter what. He always had a big strikeout rate against righties. I expect this number to come up. I expect this number to be about the same or go down a little. Giving up a little bit of lefty power. So when you're talking about Pasquatch, it's not good weather. It doesn't really matter when you have a short porch out to right and Vinny Pasquantino starts to barrel up the ball. He's been very unlucky to start off this season. 175 BABIP, way below average. Way below average. And, you know, the loft has never been in question. He's always been like a premier guy when it comes to loft and hitting it hard. Those are good things for home runs. Those are typically good. We got Cag up there batting cleanup today. That's what happens when you don't have Sal Perez in a lineup. And Sal Perez, he avoids strikeouts, but now you get Cags up there. Upgrade for Warren, especially if we do have around a 22-23% K rate against lefties going forward. Carter Jensen strikes out ad nauseum. But you got a very tough 1-2-3 here right from the get-go. Garcia, Witt, Pasquantino. All hitting the ball pretty optimally. More so in the hard hit department, but you have speed, power combination with Maikel Garcia. Been very good to start off this season. Been pretty neutral for us. We've backed him a couple of times in the home run department. That didn't come to fruition. Backed him in the hits plus runs plus RBIs. That did, because Bobby Witt is good. And everybody else seems to suck. But it's nice to have Vinny Pasquantino have a pulse the last 2 days. Nobody hates that. Nobody hates that. Lindy over here eating like Ron Swanson. I would like you to give me all of the bacon you have. Listen again to what I said. All the bacon eggs you have. Pull that up here on Tails as well. Is Blessed Forge the greatest collaboration in the history of Tails? You guys don't miss, do you? Do you ever use it? I'll aggregate from a number of different places. Remember, Ballpark Pal is not like giving you betting recommendations. It's giving you simulations, and you have to actively pick what you like, what you don't. I think they do a great job for what it's worth. But you missed yesterday? Never mind. Fuck you. You know, it's nice. Promo code double. Kept it active over the weekend. It was supposed to shut off Friday. I forgot to shut it off Friday. So it's still active for one more day at least. I'm not going to shut it off now. Less than $1 a day. A lot of sharper people than me that, well, I'm pretty sharp. But there are a lot of people who charge a lot of money for bullshit. You're not getting a lot of bullshit from me. Betting, pick'em cards, prediction markets, exchanges, I miss you. I miss you, exchanges. If you aren't posting on exchanges on a day in, day out basis, I don't know what you're doing right now. If you have the odd screen, you can basically mirror some stuff and find some really good value. Find some really, really, really good value. No Vig Profit X. Man, you should be on there on the daily. Look at this. Andre Palante. Do I like Andre Palante? Fuck no, I don't like Andre Palante, but he is plus 150 on Novig. It's a 20-cent gap. You're telling me you can't get close to an ARB come first pitch? You're telling me you can't play that almost risk-free? Find some kind of a way to maybe post something towards that under and find yourself a middle, make $10 and move on with your day. 150 on that end, 140 on the other. That's the beautiful thing about the odd screen too, is that you're able to inform your betting, not just by finding based on your edge books, not just find the best plays. Again, we'll get into the Tyon piece because I do think his strikeouts are kind of live against the Mets. This Mets lineup, man, day in, day out. Polanco out of it. More moronic stuff yesterday against Edward Cabrera. Yeah, the exchanges, man. Not in California, not in Arizona anymore. So I'm fucked. That's a good snipe. SB, who's got that? Whatever, we are forward. I was kidding. Did we lose our sense of humor this morning? We lost our sense of humor. Earbuds in listening to you eat. Not all that pleasant, ain't gonna lie. Well, eat my dick. How about that? I'll eat bacon. You can eat my dick. As we start breaking down some more baseball, because that's what matters. Carson Bench yet again leading off. I did bring up the pinch hit concern. And one of my favorite bets constantly is just shorting guys with major pinch hit concern and being early to the party on it. We haven't done it yet this year. Closest I got yesterday was Carson Bench. And of course, he slaps a single in the fifth that never should have been a hit. He sucks. He's legitimately a bad hitter. You should not back Carson Bench to do anything. That's being a little bit mean. Carson Bench is probably going to be all right long-term. But boy, I can't stand him. Got Robert up there in the 4-hole. MJ Melendez, sweet Melendez. We'll say this. We got a million lefties in the pen. Didn't get pinch hit yesterday. He looks good for a jack. Sweet Melendez. Plus 549. Might have to get down with our bad selves. Do we just want to get a bet on the board right away? Let's walk through everything. Let's take our time. Let's be practical. Let's be calculated. Let's get messed up and watch some porn. That's Love Actually again. Noah Cameron. This should not be fun for him. We get the Rosario leadoff spot. Ben Rice just keeps raking. Doesn't matter. Lefties, righties. Doesn't matter. Ben Rice finds ways to mash baseballs. Music good? We got the music, make you lose control. Make sure that this is nice down. There we go. Got a little undertone. Tons of lefty power so far. Not as much from the right side at the moment. Weird. Only 33 pitches to 217. I'm going to say that there's something to do with the fact that there are some good lefties, but you go back to last season, he gives up lefty power. He literally gives up lefty power. And Ben Rice is just murdering baseballs. Absolutely murdering them. Now, Penny's sitting at 422. We got DK a little bit above that. I am inclined to back Ben Rice in the home run department today. Noah Cameron, the other thing he does, lefties, he doesn't really have a ground ball pitch at all. None of them. Zero of them. Literally zero of them. Notice how it says launch angle, and they're all pretty good numbers. I did too. Thank you for reiterating that for me. So we go to DK. Rice and beans, baby. Rice and beans. I had some rice and beans last night. Delicious. Oopsie. I just put $50 on it. I need to get that cashed out fast. Here we go. All right, got it. Holy shit. That was an oopsie. Cash out. That was too much. We don't want that. All right, got it. There we are. Holy crap. That was almost a big oopsie. Got it. Maybe. Please give me my money back. Oh no. Oh no. Well, this got less fun. Hold, please. Nothing like fucking up your first play of the day. Live before lock on NBA today? No, I think I might be all you got. I might be your last chopper out of Nam. You need to get on it. You need to talk nice to me. We'll pull up some stochastic stuff. We'll pull up some goodness. We'll pull up some DFS. I'm playing some DFS. I was going to build lineups on this show, so we might as well just do it together. Boy, oh boy. Oh, Eric, you absolute dolt can. Got that? Man. All right, got that cashed out. It's not that easy. Whew. Great. Great. Awesome job, Eric. What's it like to suck at your life? First thing, right out the gate. Talking through it. What did I just put $50 on? A home run bet that I did not want to put $50 on, but that's fine. We can fix this. Mm-hmm. Gotta go this way. There we go. Location. You can afford it, Eric. I know I can, but I don't want it. It's too much. Too much. It's what I don't want. Tripping over $50 to win. I don't need to do that. I don't need to win 270 on fucking Ben Rice home run. Come on. That's fine. I hate it here. We'll revisit that because it's just being a joke. I screwed that up right out the get-go. Whatever. 50 schmeckles. Yep, I'm a loser. I'm a loser, baby. So somebody... Actually, don't. I like living. We got Jazz down in the 7 hole. Just pure brutality, but I brought up the lefty power thing, and the loft hasn't really been an issue. Everything else has kind of been an issue. You got to hit the ball hard, right? Is he just hurt? Nope. Just can't square it up. But fast swing rate way down. It's way down. He can't get up over 75. You like Jazz RBI. You like Jazz. You like Jazz. No. Yes. We do like plus 280 on that. We very much like it. What an outlier. 275 at Hard Rock. God, mother of Christ. Let's get a quarter on that. 25. Obviously, some guys in front that we like. Bet 365. Damn good fine. I'll suck it to you one more time. Get a low, like an 18 Willa. She naked. Soaking wet. She naked. Shake it like a salt shaker, friends. All right. Is this going to let me log back in? We'll find out. Well, Fanatics has a better number anyway now. So let's go to Fanatics. Hang on. I was able to get that out. Great viewing experience for everybody. All right. We didn't fuck it up. We got our money back. Whew. Top 3 home run smash plays today so I can get on with my life. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I do what I want. We'll find them together. We're here to put in that work, Devin. Don't give up. Nothing worth having is free. Nothing worth having in your life, in betting, in sex is free. Especially the last one. Benjamin Rice, Randall Grichuk. Pretty nice. We like north of 90. 347 ex-WOBA. It's been a pretty decent start for Randall Grichuk, I would say. Oh, buddy. How much money is your unit size? 100. Buy him a drink first. Well, it depends. What about oxygen? Worth having? I will say it's not free. Sure, it just shows up in your life. Sure, it's just there. But you have to take care of your lungs. You have to take care of yourself. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other people. Hurt people. Or instead, just... It's very rude, J Metalca. You're being very rude today. Lindy is a rich man. $1,000 in bets daily. No, usually a little bit less, but, you know, suck it. Love a good wake and win. Yeah, no, those are the best. Those actually are the best. I haven't been able to tail any cricket lately, but cricket has been going ballistic in the Discord. Absolutely ballistic. It is what it is. Thanks yesterday. You won $1,500 on that? I didn't. What did you possibly tail? It was a pretty flat day overall. I mean, we went through the wins and losses and recapped. And again, home runs had me down. Even with a plus 970. So I'll just jump off. Ooh, Bush and Lindor came through yesterday. Yeah, that was useful. I didn't bet the Lindor home run. Thank God. Benintendi and Olsen, 1 RBI plus 740. Interesting. Yeah, Keishel now is getting downgraded to the 5 hole today. I did see that come through. That's our next game. We might as well jump into that. This lineup is just literal AIDS. I mean, TJ Friedl is striking out a lot more this season. He has been out there doing God knows what for God knows what reason. Don't get this. I don't really get what's going on with him. He's been downright abysmal. And here's the thing. I don't think he's ever been good. And I really don't think he falls into a category of a leadoff guy that I would be leading off ever. Why do they like him leading off so much? I don't want my leadoff guy to have under a 300 ex-WOBA for every season of his career. That makes no sense, actually. Makes no sense. You have so many better options. And Terry Francona, I think, is one of the sharpest managers in baseball. I like Will Benson up in the 2 hole today. I get that this has been brutality, but you're trying to steal a couple of jacks. That's what you're trying to do, putting Will Benson up there. You don't want to bury Will Benson to the 8-9 hole and be pinch hitting for him right out the get-go when you give him 3 solo shot opportunities. Because TJ Friedl can't get on base. We've established that. And then you get Ellie's preferred side. You get Sal. Suarez looks all right. Nate Lowe has just been brutality. Tyler Stevenson, again, why are you not putting Tyler Stevenson up to lead off? Because he's not, I mean, TJ Friedl is not fast. He doesn't do anything all that well. You have a 360 ex-Woba guy batting 7th when you have a 247 ex-Woba guy leading off. Make it make sense. Because he's left-handed. Just lead him off in every one of those spots. Like, I really don't get it. My guy, Big Money NJ. Good morning, Lindy. Been living in Southeast Asia for a few months. You've been in Asia? Now back in the US and looking to smash. Bless up, brother. Love the new videos and formats. Thank you so much. I love doing the live stuff because we get to talk about, oh yeah, I forgot to tail that, by the way. We talked about it on this stream. I said I was going to like it. I will say this. I almost bet Andrew Benintendi. Like, I was more likely to bet Andrew Benintendi. And then Murakami. There's no way that ball only went 430 for what it's worth. How did that only go 430? Did you guys see that yesterday? I know that they don't update it night before, which is a little bit frustrating. Like, for next day stuff. Because I want everybody to see that hard hit from Murakami. Not that one. It went over that. That says 403. It went over this. Also, why does it look like a terrorist organization over here on the left? What's going on? What is this? Looks like they have petted up snipers up in the corner. What is that? What is that? That went over. Look how he's looking up. You're telling me that only went 430? What are you talking about? That went way over 430. 431? Yeah, in your bra. 98, 114. That thing went over I mean, if he's 6 feet tall, if Lawrence Butler's 6 feet tall, or sorry, it's Denzel Clark. If he's 6 feet tall, there's like 1 Denzel Clark, 2 Denzel Clarks, 3 Denzel Clarks, 4 Denzel Clarks, 5 Denzel Clarks, 6 Denzel Clarks, 7, 6. It's a 30-foot wall. The ball went over. Welcome to the MLB Research Show. I mean, that went way over 430. Who's doing the math on that? Okay, there you go. Makes way more sense. I saw it off the bat, and I was like, yo, bro. And then they said 430. I've seen a lot of 430-foot home runs. That was not one of them. That was a 470. So if they said 475, I didn't have the volume on for it. I was watching multiple games at once and then listening to music, trying not to be mad at the world, which is hard sometimes because it tries to tear you down. Watching Devin Booker put up less than 22.5 points. Small play, but I just care about getting that pick'em. Betting's been good to start off this MLB season. I need pick'em to come along for the ride. Come along for the ride. Davis Martin goes ballistic in that game, even though we got tons of CLV. 16.5, minus 125 at close. Oh, no, it's fine. We have 17.5. Couldn't even get a number on it at close, but A's Vegas Stadium is going to be amazing. It looks okay, to be honest. I'm probably going to go to the first game there. I've got a lot of hookups to go out there. I'm probably going to go to it, but honestly, I thought it was going to look cooler than it did. Ooh, one over 600 yesterday being on Ballesteros and Nico home runs. How do you feel about Trout and J-Rod over 1.5 total bases? So, I mean, Julio Rodriguez has been brutal. I know I've said that about a lot of batters here as we're getting going, but like The true brutality of the world has been Julio Rodriguez batting third every day. We know how fast he is. We know how talented he is. He's going to be facing Evaldi, and Nathan Evaldi, I've always had respect for. It's funny because I generally back him more than I target him. I feel like I've targeted him a couple of times this year. Not for any other reason than there's a little bit of lefty power that will pop up from time to time. It's been up this season. But righties, he is just so good against. He is so good against righties. Can Julio Rodriguez still find a double in the gap? Sure. Can there still be some stuff? But I can tell you one thing. You're going to need a big number to offset it. It is price and probability at the end of the day. So, like, if you're giving me plus 180, I probably don't give a shit, and I probably do it. But you're not getting that. You're getting plus 124. No, thank you. Plus 130 best available. I can tell you, it's not an enthusiastic click. Not an enthusiastic click in any way, shape, or form. As for Troutski, that's an enthusiastic click. He's been one of the best hitters in baseball to start off this season. It's fun to see Trout play well again, mainly because he has such a, like, in golf, he's kind of like Brooks Koepka, where I didn't really like Brooks Koepka, maybe not the best example, but, like, he's got, like, a swagger about him without being loud. Does that make sense? Like, Mike Trout has a swagger about him without having to talk about it, without having to let other people know how great he is. And I've always appreciated that about him. Also a diehard golfer. I've seen him on the golf course a couple of times. Never played with him, never talked with him, but I've been out at the golf course where Mike Trout was out and about in, like, Arizona. One time I was in, it's like in San Diego. He was down there playing golf. Plays a lot of golf during the baseball season for I don't know what reason, but a lot of those guys have it. We need Trout to get moved to a team and let him compete for a World Series. I feel like we've said that for 5 years, but then he always gets hurt. I'm targeting smallest ballpark with light wind out today for hitters. White Sox at A's. Was there really any wind whatsoever there? It was like 2 miles per hour when I looked last night. You sure? 2 miles an hour. I mean, it's a 76. It's a good environment. You have a 9 total for a reason. And Luis Severino's been pretty good on the other side. We just talked about, we didn't talk about Fetty, and we'll get there. I think the A's are going to be pretty obvious targets. Sportsbooks can look at a lot of this too. It's just a question of what we find to be priced efficiently and what we don't. Price and probability. 163 expected ISO against lefties here now so far for Luis Severino. It's good enough. You go to 2025, 154, come down a little bit. And then this season, it's been really good at managing lefties. I will say this. I find his home run splits to be pretty funny. Pretty funny. This season, 3.93 xFIP there. But you go back to 2025, 4.80 xFIP, 310 BABIP, 1.44 WHIP. Home runs were pretty flat there. But you go to this. Gave up a lot more home runs at his home ballpark. Wasn't really striking out anybody anywhere. Where's this coming from? Let's find what's going on with Luis Severino. Let's look at his pitching year over year. Let's look at his mix year over year. Look at some of his movement year over year. And let's compare him going down here. Good to have downward arrows as a pitcher here. Good to have upward arrows going this way when you're a hitter. That should go without saying. Launch angle sweet spots, it stays about the same. Giving up a couple more barrels, again, small sample size thing. Whiff percentage way up. That's the thing. The strikeout rate way up. Walks way up too, for what it's worth. But is there something looking better in the Stuff Plus category? These are important things. These are very important things to be diving into because this is definitely a great ballpark. Afternoon game. Figuring out whether or not Luis Severino is due for negative regression or if there's been an actual change that makes any sort of sense. Let's do it by athletics. Let's go year over year. Let's split the seasons and let's take a look, shall we? That is pretty obvious. Right out the get-go. Fastball. Let's see the usage on it too and see if it's something that really matters. And then he's always had a good slider throughout his entire career. That's been the put away situation. But the stuff has been awesome. As I said, his walks are way up. So obviously Location Plus gets a downgrade there. So when you're starting to look at a guy like Luis Severino, we have a ton of sample size on him. We can go to 2022. Let's see. Got to go to the Yankees for that. Slider's always been good. But where did this fastball? Because again, this is velocity and movement. Is his velocity way up? What is he doing differently with this fastball? This is the stuff I'm usually at home doing by myself, and I didn't get a chance to do it for every pitcher last night. It also was Friday, and I'm on my laptop watching. God, we watched some ridiculous stuff last night. We watched Temptation Island. It's good stuff. Good stuff. I find that to be the wildest thing, period. But the guy on Netflix, the guy who's like the host, is awesome on that show. I feel like he should be a clinical psychologist, even though I know you have to go to school for years and years to do that. But what a stand-up human being he is. He looks like he'd be my daddy. That sounded much. I promise I'm straight and that I love my wife. But also, love is love. And then we watched Margot Has a Money Problem on Apple. I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer is the hottest 50-plus-year-old I've probably ever seen. She was probably the hottest 20-plus-year-old we've ever seen back in the, you think of Say Hello to My Little Friend. She's doing a lot of coke in that movie. Wild Times. Little erratic, Scarface action, but Michelle Pfeiffer, man, absolute banger. I love my wife. All right, so let's look at this four-seamer. So obviously velocity is up, 96.9 miles per hour on the four-seamer. So tick, like four-seamer, more velocity, generally a good thing. More velocity is generally good than less velocity. Now, if it's at the sacrifice of movement, that'd be one thing. But my guess is that is not the case. Movement. 17.5, 17.4. The fastball just looks way, way better. And it's funny because right here in the run value, it's down, and that's mainly by way of the walks. Because walks are still bad. Drugs are bad. Okay. Michelle Pfeiffer, 67. Shut up. No, she's not. No, she's not. What? What? No. Oh my God. This is the most important research we've ever done on this show. Michelle Pfeiffer is 67 years old. Well, Luis Severino's fastball doesn't look crazy different year over year. The Stuff Plus is way up, and holy mother of God. 67. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't look to see how old Heather Locklear is either. Yeah, just insanity. 6, 7. Holy shit. Tuning back in, any official plays yet? Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer, for me to sell it all to one night, for one night. Boy, oh boy. Holly Berry's the most attractive person I've ever seen in my entire life. Holly Berry is the most attractive person I've ever seen in my entire life. I love my wife so much. So much. Holly Berry said, Eric, you're the love of my life. I can't live without you and your sport genius brain. I saw you break down Luis Severino one morning. I just had to have you. I would pack a suitcase so fast, it would shock you. Make me feel good. Yep. We've seen that. Monster Ball. Same time as Greg's show. NBA show? What do you mean? Same time? Does Greg have an NBA show today? I didn't know he had an NBA show today. Maybe he does. That'd be awesome. These are good things. These are very good things. Oh, man. Simp behavior. Fuck you. No. Yeah. I would support my wife financially for the rest of her life. I sure would. Happily. We could be great friends. All right, I'm done. I promise I'm not that horny. All right, we got ourselves more baseball to get to. Taj Bradley, unbelievable start to his season. Can he continue? I think so. Taj Bradley always had talent. He's only 25. What a great risk by my Minnesota Twins. Loved it when we did it. I said, why not? You got to buy low in every single way, shape, and form on a guy that I think for Tampa, as analytically forward and relevant as they are year in, year out with a very low payroll, I think Taj Bradley is probably their biggest miss. Like, you can't do anything about McClanahan and the injuries there. Zach Littell always had lefty problems, even though they did a pretty good job of rehabilitating him at times. Taj Bradley is a pure miss because Taj Bradley has this, and Taj Bradley, if you can get anything else to be serviceable and induce swing and miss there, the split finger is elite. Last year, had some issues with it, but you look at the movement of it, and you look at the grade of it, and we got to go to raise, which is weird because, again, you got to do it that way if we're going to look at everything there. Raise. Taj Bradley. So year over year, 2023, 24, 25. Okay. Zone contact percentage pretty low. Swinging strike rate pretty darn good until last season. He had a walk problem. They sent him back to AAA because he got called up, and they were like, oh, and it wasn't that much of a problem. He found ways to correct it and come back from AAA and be really good and serviceable both of those times. But they were like finagling with his service time, whatever else they were doing. That I remember when he came out and he was striking out everybody. He threw the split finger and nobody had a chance. You go to the whiff percentage of that pitch year over year. We have all the years, so why don't we fucking do that, Eric? Split finger came out of the gate, 41% right out the get-go. This pitch is just dynamic. Then they made it his second primary pitch because that's what you do. When you have a pitch that is better than all of your other offerings, you throw it more. So they had him throw it more. It started to lose a little bit of its effectiveness. It wasn't getting a 41% whiff percentage as a primary. Got 33%, still serviceable, but everything else started to come along for the ride. And then 2025, okay? 2025, his fastball just disintegrated into the earth. 38.6%, by far the worst season he had. 292 batting average against, 535 slugging against, where it was 500, 559, but overall, no swing and miss here. But yet, the split finger took another decline. It took a massive decline because they're messing around with this mix, doing God knows what, 23.4% whiff percentage when you had 41 and 33 the previous two seasons. Sure, it became like a primary pitch for him here. You're not expecting that to get as much swing and miss when you're throwing it a lot more and batters see it a lot more. And it's not that it loses its effectiveness, but you get to 2026, this season, that is the difference. That's it. The fastball still sucks. The fastball is still there to get ahead in counts. You gotta locate it better. It's getting hit. You just have to find a way, any possible way that you can, no matter what, no matter how, you have to get the split finger to be doing that. And it's doing that. I think it's sustainable. I like Taj Bradley a lot in his current form. I hope this continues. I hope we get lineups like this Cincinnati lineup in great pitching weather. No matter what, no matter how, there are strikeouts available here. Rhys Hines can't hit anybody. Tyler Stevenson strikes out a bunch. Henio Suarez strikes out a bunch. Ellie De La Cruz strikes out a bunch. Will Benson's in the 2-hole. Taking a look at one more thing. How do we not like Taj Bradley today? What is there not to like with this split finger? I'm trying to play devil's advocate to myself. Because every time I sim this out, it's like 7, 7, 4, 9, 9, 9. Like it's fucking, like I'm German. Oh, ooh, 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 I'm a man. Anybody watch Friends? The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your dollar, bottom dollar, that tomorrow there'll be sun. That was literally only for my Friends people. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. And it's a bummer if you don't. I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that. Daddy needs a new bicycle. Daddy needs a new bicycle, and Taj Bradley needs to be a part of that bicycle, which sounds, once again, don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to tell you anymore, people. Oop. Gotta grab that. Whew. Bingo, bongo, bungo. Taj Bradley, welcome to the party. How are you this fine day? Also, is this Forge collab up yet? I'm tired of sounding smart this morning. We got Taj Bradley over 6.5 strikeouts. We got Ben Rice, quarter unit there. All of these being plus money, nice plus money. And the Jazz shout out, I think, was beautiful. So shout out to you there. One of the beautiful things with so many markets on this Odd Shopper Odd Screen, one of the really beautiful things is that we can spend a lot of time here finding a lot of plays. It just matters how much time you've got in your day because we're able to sort this. And yeah, a lot of these are market-based right from the get-go, but we just walked through some of the steps that are going to come out when you're projecting things out, when you're simming things out. But we can find some edges on some plays right from the get-go, and we can dive a little further into them. Adrian Hauser, that is terrifying. That 16.5 outs is jumping out. 17.5 here for Jameson Taillon. That's terrifying. I don't know if you guys saw, there's wind in Wrigley today. And Ryan Feltner plays the Dodgers in Coors Field. Who feels good about that? Anyone? No? Okay. Thought I'd check. So far, the Dodgers are just going ballistic. Like, absolutely ballistic. 135 WRC plus against right-handed pitching. What? 210 ISO? What? They can't even play Dalton Rushing every day. Brought him up yesterday. In a very, very small sample, been the best hitter in baseball. Do I think he's the best hitter in baseball? No. But, I mean, look at this bright red. You can't even play him every day. Can't even play him every day. Dude has an over 1,000 expected slugging. That's good. I looked at Hyesung Kim for a long time last night. So the other thing I like to do that I'll do night before is I'll go through box scores as I'm starting to put together like projected at bats. Really want to see pinch hit tendencies for certain teams, especially for guys that are popping on Odd Chopper. Muncy got pinch hit for. Max Muncy, who hit monster mash, 452? 452. Did you see the Max Muncy 452? Why don't we watch it together? Sagano sucks. He's very bad. Boy, is he bad. Let's get our baseball savant park factors here, too, as we start digging into some of these other weather spots. I do want to go into Nationals Park, because I think this game has a lot of goodness. Now, fuck you, Casey Schmidt. Fuck you. I hate you. Watching this game last night, dude, how many times did I back this guy? How many times did I back him in Cincy to hit that ball? That was a changeup on his hands. Watch this. Changeup on your hands. That's a terrible pitch for what it's worth. Inside portion. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's all I wanted in Cincinnati was that. The wind was blowing out that way. Time stood still. Casey Schmidt, all I wanted was for you to hit that ball in Cincinnati the 2 times I backed you. And I said that you're going to be incredible on the road. That's all I wanted. That's all I asked for. I asked nicely. I wasn't mean about it. Normally we go to Fangraphs for this, but I'll just do it here because it's quick and I've got it up. That's what she said again. Of course. Yeah, that was a changeup. Even righty on righty, Paxton Schultz throws some changeups. Reliever for Washington. But Washington is traveling Coors. Between their starting pitching, Kate Cavalli today, and between their bullpen, they're just traveling Coors. Or in this case, at home Coors. It's really good to be San Francisco. Had the 0.1 on Devers. Felt good about that, to be honest. He's really the only lefty power bat. And of course, that Will character, Will Brennan, goes yard too. That was tilting. Boy, was that tilting. Oh, Jamal Shed is starting. Shit. That's not good for our assists, but they have had a lot of both of them getting 9-10 assist games. So it's not apocalyptic, but didn't love to see Jamal Shed just pop up as the starter there. It wasn't Will Brennan. It was Drew Gilbert. First hit of the year. Mother of God. Did you guys see the Devers hit? This is how bad I run right now in the home run department. This is how bad I run. Yeah, we got plus money for it. But yeah, 6 is a beautiful Prize Picks number. We're gonna add that. Have you seen Munoz death pitch? Yeah. It's absurd. Why can't that just go? Why can't it just leave the park? Yeah, that's irrelevant. It's funny how when you watch so much baseball, I know which one it is. That makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I needed the Devers homer. Plus 375. I didn't love it for individual. I liked it for 2 against Littell. I liked the price for 2. It's a bummer. I missed it. What data did you go with Bradley strikeouts? You got to go back and watch it. I can't do it again. I broke it all down for you. We went through each individual pitch. We talked about what happened, what changed for him year over year. The split finger is back. The split finger is back, baby, by Austin Powers. Let's finish up this Nationals game, then we'll go to Mets Chicago. Because again, these are the good game environments for some good hitting. Again, it's pricing probability. You can find some bad game environments with some good prices. We can definitely do that. I'm probably going to do that over the course of the next hour or two. But we got ourselves Adrian Hauser on the other side. And boy, do I like to target me some Adrian Hauser. I love to target this moron. I bet you know who I'm going to back him with. I bet you know who I'm going to get to. Abrams has been insane. But he's not my favorite hitter on Washington. Let's pull up another Fangraphs tab. Yep, Mike W got it. Mike W knows. Mike W's tuned in before. Mike W knows where I'm going to go. That's how the alphabet works, Eric. There we go. So, we're going to go some stats. Washington in general. 3.2 WAR. Feeling pretty good. You got to feel pretty good about that offense. You got to feel pretty bad about that defense plus pitching. Bad stuff. 111 WRC plus as a team so far. They have stolen base upside. They don't strike out a lot. They have a decent amount of ISO, isolated power. 22 jacks in 20 games, 20 total games. Good start for this Washington Nationals offense. Problem is that they can't win a lot of games because their pitching is absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. Now, we go to the individual hitters. There's no question CJ Abrams has been the best. He's been the best hitter on the team so far. 213 WRC plus. James Wood, 149. Joey Weimer, 181. But my boy is Dalen Lyle. He has been from the get-go. He's underrated as fuck. Nobody talks about him. But I love this kid. I love him. Goes yard, and of course they have Tanya up there batting third because why? I don't know. Jose Tanya, 124 WRC plus. I don't get mad about that then. Doesn't walk. Doesn't hit for power. 478 BABIP. I think that's going to come down. Just throwing it out there. I'm going to take my sandals off. I got my blankie. Got my blankie. Nice and cutty. Nice and cutty. Nationals lineup is good. They've been good so far. Even Jacob Young sitting there with a 99 WRC plus. This guy is known for being fast. Stole a lot of bases once upon a time. 33 stolen bases as a 24-year-old, his second year in the league. Only has one so far this year. One. We're going for one. But a 189 ISO came out of nowhere. 2 home runs. That is not what he's known for doing. He's generally like the lowest guy in my home run model, and that probably needs to change. But I use zips and steamer. I combine that with the bat. I combine that with a ton of other places. And nobody has any power on him. Look at his isolated power projections. We're talking one of the lowest numbers, and 189 would be one of the highest numbers. That's the upper echelon of baseball so far. So we don't expect that for Jacob Young long term. Neither do the Nationals. It is a major bonus. Major bonus. And he's batting 5th today? Man, we got a lot of options for Nationals offense against Adrian Hauser. We have a lot of options. Boy, is that just nuked. Jacob Young is not getting love. I like Jacob Young over 1.5. I think I like him more. I mean, they are not giving him any love. Abrams is at minus 150 best available at the score. Young is at 1.5 minus 112 best available. And we got Pick'em involved with it. And you've got Lyle batting behind him at minus 140. One of these things is not like the other one. Jacob Young, traditionally, I'm going to like him in the 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs department with these numbers. And he's sandwiched between the two guys at minus 140? Do I expect Jacob Young to be good long-term? Like this good long-term? No, I do not. Absolutely not. But that is a pricing error. That is not encapsulating his lineup order today. He has no pinch hit concern, right on right to start. And obviously, he's not left-handed, so that's the huge issue. What's not an issue is getting some money on him. It's going to go a quarter, or just slice off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. A guy with north of a 180 WRC plus, or sorry, not a 180 WRC plus, that'd be insane. North of a 180 ISO at the moment. That's not going to continue. We definitely like lefties more, but the pricing thing is that you have Lyle and Abrams that you like, and I like both of them, but sandwiched between them is a guy who's getting on base, is fast as hell, has a lot of paths to scoring runs or potentially knocking in an Abrams, a Garcia, Jose Tena, lightning strikes, maybe once, maybe twice, Stevie Nicks style. Feel pretty good about that ad. Just a slice, just a sliver, nothing crazy. But that's a fantastic lineup upgrade for him. So we got Jacob Young. We just sliced off a little bit of that. Oops. Jacob Young. Taj Bradley. I am going to grab that 6 on Prize Picks. I'll get a Prize Picks card before that game starts. I'll get something out there for it. Ben Rice, homer. Jazz Chisholm, RBI. 4 pretty solid plays that are already ads for the card from this program. My guy, Sotex. Eric, got to bounce. Great stuff, bud. Keep up the good work. I'm trying, man. I'm trying the best I can. Lindy, I'm at the Cavs game right now and having trouble hearing. Any chance you could recap the plays? Just did that. Love you, man. Love you too. Have a great time. That's going to be an awesome game. Cheer for Scotty Barnes getting assists. Good luck, everyone. You're welcome, Sotex. Good stuff. You're very welcome. As well as your 2 plays. Let's grab them. Let's grab them. That's what Tails is for. That's what Tails is for. In good times and bad times, J Metal K will be on your side forevermore. Norbert Vivas, I absolutely can't stand, so I'm totally with that. Can't stand that guy. Is a 128 WRC plus? Yeah, in your bra. Norbert Vivas. Oh, I can't stand him. What is this? What is that? What is this? And Milish, who hits a double in PNC when I'm watching that game. Thank God we already had Braxton Ashcraft get over that number. That was good. Top of this lineup, though, 1 through 6 has been dynamic. And Vivas is due for massive, massive negative regression. Doing nothing in the hard hit department. Absolutely nothing. Doesn't strike out. That's useful. Cannot stand him. So don't hate it. We're doing some good work today. We're doing some good work. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's find ourselves a jack, shall we? And I'm saying that knowing well that books know weather too. Books know weather too. But can we get paid off against fastball Freddie or Jameson Taillon? I think we can. I don't think anybody loves the Mets offense right now. And yet Francisco Lindor, we're going to have to stare at for a quick second. We're going to have to... Brett Beatty got pinch hit for Vientos yesterday. Vientos in the lineup today, right? That's a plus. Going back to yesterday, always got to be paying attention. Always got to be paying attention. Brett Beatty, over two at-bats. They bring in the lefty because that's what they have nonstop over and over again in that Cubs pen, Vientos. But today, a little bit different. Not that they can't pinch hit for him and move Vientos around and around, but it's at least mitigated with this lineup. They have Tommy Pham, very likely pinch hit guy for Carson Bench later in the game. Oh, I think that I found myself a Hayden Singer. And then we got Luis Torrens as well. Does he pinch hit against a lefty for MJ Melendez? Part of me really loves... I wanted MJ Melendez to be a thing for Kansas City so badly. He just always... Hard hit. All he has is hard hit so far. All 4 batted balls. Hard hit. 90 plus. He's averaging like 106. Yeah, that's going to come down. We know that. But just smashing baseballs. Smashing it. Mets end the streak today. Cubs hate facing Peralta. And they face Peralta a lot in their lives. Milwaukee. Got the MJ Melendez thing here. Let's go back to the pitchers here. Got Ballesteros. That loft, man. If that loft continues to improve, I said he's going to be a good one. He's going to be a good one. 2 at-bats yesterday. 2 at-bats. He was out of there in the 5th. That's the risk of ruin. I actually don't know the Mets pen situation as well. We went through it yesterday. 2 lefties, I think, in the pen? Off the top of my head. Brooks Raley, Sean Manaea. Brazaban. Sean Manaea ate up a lot of time because Kadai Senga got murdered again. So there's one lefty, Brooks Raley. Only thing, Brooks Raley. 15 took the loss. Your pinch hitting is much mitigated today relative to what it was yesterday. Especially when you got 74 pitches from Sean Manaea. You knew he was going to have to eat up a lot of that game. Do they use him in a 1 at-bat sample size and just remove that from the equation? There's a chance of it, but it is very rare to run into a massive issue. Can't be scared of everything. But you remove the guy that can eat up the most innings. And we obviously don't want total pitching outs. We want to go to home runs. Let's double check all of these. 670, no. 730, no. Score is where it's at. have the score. You don't score until you score. The artist formerly known as ESPN Bet. The artist formerly known as ESPN Bet. Any locks today? There's something I like coming up later that looks not lockish. Boy, do I like that. Luke Rayleigh, man. It's insane. Bet 365 or bet 365 every single time. Bet 365, damn good. Fine. I'll sock it to you one more time. Get low like an 18 Willa. She is naked. She is soaking wet. MLB and NBA top plays. We'll get to NBA in a second. I have one more pitcher that I want to talk about. Very badly. Haven't dove into him yet. Do one thing on my end quick. Hold on one second. My wife has something going on. You got to hold on one second, guys. I'm so sorry. Guys, don't ever be pregnant. Holy crap. Guys, we have no idea how good we got it until you spend every day, all day. My wife's on, woo, that was wild. All right. That was insane. Okay. We're all good. Not having baby. Team Lindy. Team IOD. IUD. That's funny. Whew. That was insane. No, she can't maneuver around the house very well right now because she has a mutant growing inside of her. And I was just like, whoa. She's like, I need help. She got stuck trying to get out of bed, and I had to help her. Duke was not being helpful, is really what it comes down to. Anyway, never had to do that before, but here we are. Your future child, a mutant. Yeah, you have an alien growing inside of you. I mean, it's just insane. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, she's fine. Thank you, Polly. She's doing good. Just, she's like, oh, you're still on your stream. I was like, yeah. But you do it at 7 a.m. No, 8 a.m. today because we got time. Anything else in the NBA streets? Let's take a look at this Toronto-Cleveland game before that starts. Ended up on some assists for Scotty Barnes. Don't mind the 6 number there. You know what? Let's get some prize picks action going. Oh, she just sent me a photo of Dookie. Sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. She goes, sorry, mommy. Yeah, it's okay, Duke. You're okay. Just being a little rambunctious in the morning. Early in the morning. So let's grab Taj Bradley. Let's grab Scotty Barnes. Let's get some prize picks as well in. Nothing like some death limits in your life. Nothing like some death limits in your life. 6 assists. We love. We love. Love 6 assists there. And we love Taj Bradley. J Metal K, you got something for me that we can add to those two? Because we're not playing 2-pick cards. No, we're not. We don't do stupid shit on this program. Under 8.5 popping. I don't hate that at all. Under 8.5 points for Sandro. He could have wild minutes volatility in this series. Obviously, he can shoot threes. Obviously, he can help space a floor more than a Colin Murray Boyles. But guess what you really need against Evan Mobley and Jared Allen? You need defensive stalwarts. And like, come playoff time, Colin Murray Boyles is active. So why is he projected for what in the world? What are we doing? He's going to play strictly backup 5? Yeah, never do that either. We're not going to do that. Mamu, 14.5 PRA, absolutely not. Let's do a Duke's Nukes. We can do that. We can do that on this program. Now that, especially that I got that cute picture of Dookie. We can walk through one of those. Let's get this prize picks card out before that game starts. Let's look at the MLB props tool as well. You can go by any book. What do we got? There we go. Apply. Let's see what we got here. And let's also just take a look here. All right. The Peralta one popping. That is our top one here. That makes me happy. It's like we know what we're talking about. And then here, top bets. Colin Murray Boyles. Dean Wade over 3.5 rebounds. Done. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Wade. There's a downgrade. So it downgrades you for the correlation that doesn't actually exist between the two of them. Under 11.5 points plus rebounds for Colin Murray-Boyles. Okay. Please don't downgrade us just because we have 2 plays from the same damn game. All right, there we go. That's fine. That's better. Let's share that. Let's post this. CLV is a lie now. That's what we learned yesterday. That's what we've learned this week. Actually, every pitcher prop outside of Davis Martin basically hit this week, so I won't complain too much. It'll be prize picks. Today is the 18th, correct? Up to a quarter. I would play it for a quarter if I could. If I could. If I could, I would just be with you, baby. Ooh, 'cause you like me and excite me. And I know you got me, baby. Ooh, I like the way you move. I like the way, ooh, so sexy. Those are some goodies. Look at these are some goodies from J Metal K. Nathan Evaldi, we'll look at the walks. The walks have been printing. I don't know why I didn't do any more walks yesterday. All we did was like capitalize on Jack Flaherty walks and other walks, and there's a lot of walks of life that we can take advantage of. I guess pick one guy who fucked us in walks was Luis Heel the other day. Two from Luis Heel. That's a 3-pluser if I've ever seen one. Sorry, my nose itched. And we are going here. Boom. Useful. I'm going to call that useful. Mitchell under assists. Ooh, let's take a look at that quick too. I'd be all right getting one more play down in that game. I'm going to put it on in 2 seconds, and we'll keep talking baseball for another half hour because that's how we do things on a Saturday morning. I'd just be sitting here anyway. I've been doing this for fucking 6 years, just sitting in my back house. Well, not here because I only had the house for 3 years. I had the other house for 5. So let's see. Old place. Probably been out here in the back house 3 years consecutive every Saturday morning that I've been home betting, and then I rejoined society. My wife wants to go to that Ryan Gosling movie today. I don't know when we're going to go to that Ryan Gosling movie today, but we're going to go to that Ryan Gosling movie. Something about a twig in space. Is that what we're doing? Has anybody seen that movie? Project Mars, whatever the shit? Whatever it's called. Under 4.5. Let's take a look at some alt lines here. Plus 126 at Novig. I hate all of you. Plus 125 at the score. Probably not miserable. Probably not a miserable look in any way, shape, or form. Pretty good movie. Nice music too. Great movie. All right. Well, then I'm pretty excited about them. I never mind a good cinematic experience or icy. I love an icy. Big blue raspberry icy fan. Mix in a little bit of the white cherry if you're making it yourself. Never a bad thing. Might be a little too thin. Donovan Mitchell. Definitely lean over on 5. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm happy to just sit that one out. Colin Murray Boyles, under 7.5 points. We did the points and rebounds under, but I did the 11.5 here. Not available on Prize Picks. That's probably why. Available on Pick 6. We'll put together some pick'em cards for later as well. We got some NBA we can cover. I think the most interesting thing is obviously 2 massive Q tags that I think are kind of fugazi. Like, I would be really surprised to not have Kevin Durant play today. But if you somehow were able to stack up every other piece, you're getting much more consolidated rotations come playoff time. And Okogie and Holiday can end up closing over a Reed Shepherd. We've seen that multiple times now, or for defensive purposes, that'd be a thing. But you're replacing a ton of points here and a ton of points there, if either one of these are actually remotely true. Kolek and Jones, that's going to do nothing for anybody. Nobody cares. You can't remember if you posted in chat or talking about the card. Let me see here. Whoop. Look at this. A little dabble action in the morning. Always nice to go into Tails and see some goodness. Jazz Raz, my guy. Timberwolves, Dallas Stars. +7. +7 is screaming Anthony Edwards is actually questionable, doesn't it? But I just don't see how he could be. Injury management is on the NBA injury report. This seems like fugazi. Right knee injury maintenance. Injury maintenance. What are we doing? It is playoff time, young man. It is time to play basketball. I'm talking basketball. 7's a lot to be scooping with Minnesota. Yesterday, lost like 0.2 units, I think, or 0.02 units because of we hit +3.5 for Orlando. That was free beyond free. And then Golden State was never remotely in that game. It didn't seem like. I was surface watching that. Jamal Shed starting. Still pretty wild to me. Colin Murray Boyles active. I was going to say, the Sandro Mamukashvili thing is kind of wild to me because he's really got to knock down some shots here. Otherwise, you are really looking at an uphill battle. But Dean Wade starting out there. Wouldn't have hated getting over 3.5 rebounds on Prize Picks, but they absolutely didn't want that. They didn't want us to be happy. Rays Pirates will now start at 3:30 because of impending weather. What time were they going to start at? So they're starting 30 minutes early. Tampa Bay Pit. Gonna be a little bit better hitting weather then. It's warm there. Like how we're doing truly the double. We're doing the double, toil and trouble. Cauldron, burn, fire, bubble. Double. Talking all MLB and NBA and just combining the two into one slush pot. Probably find a better way to describe it, but that's kind of what it feels like. I do want to talk about my one pitcher for today too. I really do. I guess we backed Taj Bradley. We shorted Chris Sale. Polly doesn't believe me that you could possibly have an under on a pitcher. Polly doesn't believe me. Polly does not want a cracker. 24.7% K rate. K rate's been down. The stuff has looked great. I even threw that out as a qualifier last night when I was working through it. I said the stuff looked insane. But 7.5 is a gigantic number. So the stuff plus for Chris Sale year over year. Stuff has looked great. Fastball, this is the best his fastball's been. Small sample size. We'll see how he does over the summer. Fatigue's a thing. Slider, sinker, ridiculous. But the changeup's dipped off. Stuff plus looks incredible. Location's been on. And the best pitching plus score he's had, probably at a 22 inning sample size in quite some time. 4 starts. Pretty good. But on the flip side, there's a lot of things that can happen with this lineup that make this look much, much worse. Alec Boehm, Sosa, Real Muto, even if you end up with Marchand, doubtful. Justin Crawford. The strikeouts really exist here. Otto Kemp, who's been batting 9th against lefties. I like how your platoon guy, your supposed to be power guy, is batting 9th against lefties. Adolis Garcia has had a really nice start to his season. He can create some problems. And obviously Kyle Schwarber strikes out a lot. But who cares? I mean, we care today because I don't want him to strike out. But there are a lot of dudes that aren't going to strike out a lot against left-handed pitching. Trey Turner, Real Muto, Boehm, Harper. I feel pretty confident. Again, the stuff has looked actually better than the strikeout rate would indicate. Because 24.7 is good. That is far from elite. We're looking 30 plus to start having the conversation about elite. I mean, you got 32.6 on the other side. But you guys know that Christopher Sanchez is my dude, right? Christopher Sanchez has always been my dude. He will always be my dude. You'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you and definitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape me. Christopher Sanchez, cause you'll always be my baby. I have it on Rays and Pirates. There we go. I'm thinking about it. I'm actually thinking about it. We've had really good weather in Citizens Bank to start this season. This is by far the lowest total we've had in a game here. This is by far the coolest it's been in a while. Pretty neutral wind direction. It is helping out for some of these pull righties, so that's a downgrade. But Christopher Sanchez is that dude. And this changeup is going to be so incredibly live. It's actually scary. This changeup has a 25% swinging strike rate. It is going directly into the ground. It's the best changeup in baseball, period. End of story. Absolutely no power. He should literally just throw changeups to every righty on the Braves almost this entire game. Sinker doing a pretty good job. Just get the slider out of here for the time being. Getting hit hard. This is not getting hit at all. The changeup is just so dumb. Look at it last year. Same thing. 24% swinging strike rate. Was the primary pitch along with the sinker. I mean, identical amount of pitches thrown. That's pretty wild. Second assist from Barnes already. I'm going to come. Oh, we got the Giants lineup. Let's take a look. What do we got with the Giants? Please no kerfuffery. Schmidt batting 5th again, just to break my heart. Yeah, exactly projected and not really interested in anything on that side, even though Savale must pay for his sins. Pretty inflated. Road team, 9th inning, huge ballpark upgrade. Huge ballpark upgrade. But I love Christopher Sanchez today. Let's see here. Do we look at Brewers Marlins? Not yet, because I don't hate myself, but we will. And that's not exactly true. There are times I look myself in the mirror and I wonder, what am I doing? How did we get here on this cold January night? The Sanchez. Let's do this. Let me double check pitching outs too. I don't think we have to thread the needle there. I don't think we have to thread the needle. Give me those strikeouts. Give me more. God, my nose really got itchy. Going to help my wife pick shit up and get herself moving, and here we are. You guys remember how many times we bet Christopher Sanchez last year and he let us down? Answer, pretty much never. So we'll see how this goes. But Christopher Sanchez could not love his strikeouts more. Could not love them more. This changeup against this lineup. Look at these guys against changeups last year. Acuna, nothing. Baldwin, nothing. Albies, nothing. Olsen, nothing. Riley, nothing. DeBuon, nothing. Harris, nothing. Heim, nothing. Mateo, nothing. Like, as good of a fucking spot as you can ask. Absolutely nobody capable of doing anything against a lefty changeup. Not a single person, not a single soul on this Atlanta team good against a lefty changeup. I think Acuna did smack one earlier this season for what it's worth. So yeah, so there's that. I'm going to go to the larger sample size, and you do that year over year for Acuna. Awful against the changeup. Helps to research, doesn't it? Helps to put actual work into what you're doing and not just hope that you can blindly bet certain things in certain spots and expect different results. Could Christopher Sanchez get blown up against a lineup as good as Atlanta? Sure. But not if the changeup is on. And the changeup has only been on to start this season. So I feel pretty darn good. What's the question mark about? Rene Fuentes. What are we doing? He's playing today, so call no. De La Cruz. There we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss your question. De La Cruz or Stewart, last man in, utility spot on FanDuel. I would probably go Ellie De La Cruz. And I love Sal Stewart, but if you're going to get after Taj today, if somebody's going to get after Taj, I like the idea of the strong side being the left side for Ellie. A lot more power given up on this side than on this side. We know the stolen base upside. Not that I think there's any crazy issue. For Taj Bradley there to Jeffers. Been pretty good at holding stolen bases, but Ellie is one of those rare breeds where it doesn't matter. Has yet to give up a stolen base this season, but has done a pretty good job of holding runners throughout his career. Your favorite players in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, no. Oh, no. Who is it? Byron Buxton. He is my favorite player. I mean, everybody likes Shohei Ohtani. That's kind of chalk. But yeah, no, Byron Buxton is my boy. Freddie Peralta, 5.5 Ks. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, that's my guy, J Metal K. Market-based madness. That's a beauty. That's a beauty, Clark. She's a beaut, Clark. That is that market-based good. Let me see the Sims on our end. We like it. 5.5 on pick 6 as well. I might have to take a look over at pick 6 while we're at it. Mainly because I can get more down there than I can over on Prize Picks. So I'm inclined to go that direction if I'm personally carrying. I know Prize Picks rules the world, but we bludgeon them for enough money that I'm okay with it. But it still sucks. It still hurts my heart. Is Buxton on pick 6? No. That's a bummer. Noah Cameron? Don't know if I love that, but looks okay market-based. You guys having fun doing this? Are you not entertained? We could probably get down with a little Noah Cameron. Minus 143 on Penny? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, brother. Cameron, come to daddy. Come. We got to get this in fast, actually. We got 10 minutes. Like I need 10 minutes. If you know what you're doing. Oh, they just downgraded him to 0.9x there. So can't do it pick 6. Gonna have to go to Prize Picks after all. Noah Cameron. 4.5 Ks. I'm gonna steal the Buxton play. Buxton, Cameron, and Peralta. I'm just going to call it a collab because that's basically what it is. You threw it in there. You threw it in there, my friend. Make me money. Make me $25, clown. I'm calling myself the clown for what it's worth. I'm going to just say ripped from the J Metal headlines. It'll be Prize Picks. It's getting this in now because that Noah Cameron one is about to go away. So the people need it. Link. And there we go. And there we go. And there we go. Oh, gotta get the link. Otherwise, people freak out. Got to get the link. Boom. Feel good about it. So Rene Fuentes, we're going to get back to your question here because I know you had them. Let me find it. Where did you bring that up? Yeah, you want De La Cruz. That's what I said before. We talked through it. We literally just talked through it. So De La Cruz, not Stewart. And I love Stewart. Stewart. Oh, hello, mother. How are you this fine day? Oh, it's fine. I'm just running a terrorist organization. I think that's a pretty good Stewie. Not going to lie. Oh, she's on to me. I don't think she understands. It's a deep burn. Yeah, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do it. Ever. Don't do it. You have to pay 3% more now to just take your overs? That seems pretty bad. What if they don't get hurt? What if they just get pinch hit for? It's just absurd. Absolutely absurd. All right, we're going to go to that Marlins game. Somebody wanted to ask about Sandy Alcantara, who just continues to pitch very deep into baseball games. Giving up some loft, not really striking guys out, but just eating innings, doing the Sandy thing. And the one blow up, Detroit, he didn't exactly have his best stuff on the road. Not a worse ballpark. Marlins Park, Lone Depot Park, as middle of the road as it gets. Way down for homers. And then Detroit, Comerica Park, plays a little up for homers. Same kind of deal. Both of them up for triples, pretty neutral across the board on everything else. A little bit of homer upside for Tigers, for Comerica, a little bit downgraded for Marlins Park. But otherwise, pretty standard, really. I don't think I have a lot to add about Sandy here. Oh, Sandy. This makes me think of Grease. He's been great. You know you're not getting strikeouts anymore. He's not really interested in doing that. He's interested in that. The Marlins are interested in that, too, for what it's worth, because that was not pretty. His trade value went way up by them holding on to him. So I thought last year there were some chances to maybe like just cut bait, but they probably got something amplified. And I do get a little bit worried about some of the Milwaukee guys against a changeup as well. Again, right-handed, you're throwing it primarily to lefties, even though his changeup, yeah, primary to lefties, still something that he throws quite a bit to righties. Changeups are hard, man. You got a good one. All of these hitters are going to look exponentially worse. Now, he's not throwing it as his only pitch, and Sal Frelick can actually hand it a little bit last year. Bryce Trank actually handled it a little bit last year. Better than a lot of those changeup numbers we looked at for the Braves, right? Those were poverty. Bowers, 215 expected ISO. There's no way, right? There's no way. And we'll get a Duke's Nukes here for the way out as well. Been there. I like the over. Please tell me I didn't have it mapped incorrectly this time. That would be bad. Over 6.5 strikeouts for Christopher Sanchez, 4 kids, and I got to take all that ass to showbiz. Okay, I get you kids. I'll hit some fire on myself. Fire, 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 fire. It's fine. Just having fun. Sorry. Going through normal pregame warm-up routine. Yeah, Anthony Edwards. There was never really a doubt that he was going to not play basketball today. Kevin Durant, at least it's not injury maintenance bullshit written whatever the hell. So ridiculous Q tag for Anthony Edwards. What are we doing, Minnesota? What are we actually doing? Let's go through the rest of the NBA games, and then we'll get ourselves the heck up out of here. It's been over 2 hours of hanging out. I guess it's like an hour and 55 minutes because I did go in and help my bowling ball of a wife. She's lovely. I love my wife. Very pregnant. Let's do the NBA here to finish it all out. So Denver, Minnesota, we've seen like some absolute wars between these two teams, but one piece that changes the dynamic a little bit is Ayo Dosunmu. They can do a little bit more against Jamal Murray in that second unit than what they could before. Now, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, when he was there, very important. But Ayo Dosunmu brings, I guess we're watching Nickeil Alexander break out as a scorer this year, so I don't know what to believe anymore, but within the constraints of this offense and this team, Ayo's going to be more ball dominant in that second unit. Going to play pretty darn good defense against Jamal Murray and company. Obviously, this is such a fucking thing, and Naz Reid needs to make threes. Like, we cannot win this series against Denver unless Naz Reid finds a way to be that guy shooting the three. We've seen multiple times taking on this Denver team already. Going back last year, like, if we can close with Naz Reid, things probably went pretty well. Because Naz just opens it up for us. And this season's been worse for three-point shooting. It's come down. Fastest trigger in the NBA, Naz Reid. He gets the ball out of his hands in like 0.4 seconds. It is the dumbest, quickest release in the NBA. But we saw a little bit of a downgrade in the three-point shooting. And we cannot win this series without Naz going ballistic. Not saying that makes him an automatic bet, but I guarantee you we're going to give him the leash from three to chuck. 1.5 threes. I was hoping this was going to be pick'em. Not quite. But at minus 130, it's still remotely there. Looking at some of his alt numbers, 225 for 3 threes. These are the things that I like in the playoffs, because we could look at a ladder of sorts, 550, 600 at FanDuel for 4 threes. Our qualifier for this series, I will repeat it one more time from the people in the back. Oh, I should probably pull this down too, because we're done talking about strikeouts. My qualifier for this series is Naz Reid has to be on the floor and knock down threes, or we can't win it. Period. End of story. If you can close in situations with him and Randall on the floor, as opposed to Gobert, we could be in heaven. DiVincenzo probably needs to play pretty competent ball as well. And that's a pretty moderate amount of minutes, but obviously if there is something going on with the knee, pretty wide range of outcomes for his minutes. Three and a half threes there. I'm just saying, if he's belabored, we're going to need 3-point shooting between DiVincenzo. His 3.5 sitting at plus 250 right now. I don't know. I think the most interesting thing to me, just being a Timberwolves fan and having watched so many of these games, so many of these OKC, Denver, us playing elite teams, we like when Naz Reid has it going to keep him out on the floor and give him the extra leash, because defensively he's just improved. You go to his defensive plus minus, 83rd percentile this season. If we have Jokic just bludgeoning Gobert, Naz Reid is going to play more. We've seen his minutes taper off a little bit during the regular season. This ain't the regular season. In fact, I want to go to Basketball Reference because we haven't done this before. And I generally do this a lot. I was doing it for playoff probabilities, things of that nature, trying to find if there was anything we could bet on. Didn't end up finding a bet that I really liked for what it's worth. But let's go to Naz Reid. Let's go to his box scores from the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, Naz Reid is one of those guys. If he makes 1 or 2 threes, but then you're paying the inflated tax, it really depends on, like, if I go into OddsShopper, I probably don't talk about this as much as I should because I do it all the time. We got a portfolio EV now. We have the live in-game EV. This tool is just outrageous. This in-game betting tab, Sam Merrill over 3.5 rebounds, plus 250, huge outlier. Some of these live numbers, especially when you get to timeouts, are just off. Scotty Barnes, how many threes did he hit already? If his under's at 3.5, this guy is like traditionally 1.5 plus money. Scotty Barnes, 6.5 live, plus 110. So we're sitting in good shape there. He's got 2 early ones. These numbers are flying. They're updating in real time, nonstop, ad nauseum, plus 230. And we kind of know where certain books are good and where they're not. We have 167 bets populating in this tab. You generally have larger limits. You generally have better opportunities to be able to get down on some of these. I just can't, like, for me, this is just tool-based. I can't do anything to help you with this. It does it for you. You're going to find a lot of positive EV bets comparing across multiple books in real time with this tool. If you're in the Lindy Discord, this tool alone is worth checking out. Plus, it's a 7-day free trial. If you guys go to the link below in the YouTube video description box below, there's a 7-day free trial if you've never checked out Portfolio EV or any of the tools at OddsShopper. OddsShopper Pro is a 7-day free trial. You don't like it? Cancel. But I bet you like being able to get more money down at larger limits at some of these books with this tool. Plus, it's going to help you in not getting your account limited. Let's say you're getting a ton of CLV on a bunch of things on overnights. Yeah, we want to be careful about bludgeoning. We'll take calculated shots, but fire some stuff up live, you're going to look a little bit more fishy. A little bit more fishy. I mean, we got Bovada, for fuck's sake, getting up populated up here. Jacoby Walter, under 2.5 rebounds. Bovada is updating in the live tool. Everybody has access to that. Another good one for Bovada. We can filter it out by sportsbooks. Let's just say that, you're looking just for that. We've got different betting strategies for it. We can do the flat staking, flat betting, kind of what I talk about. We've got believe it's quarter Kelly that we're doing. So Kelly criterion action. Doing more of a balanced flat, conservative flat. I'll look at a balanced flat just for the hell of it here. And again, sports books. Every sports book here. Dude, you tilt way too much. You tilt all the time. He's going to put up points and rebounds in his stints. We just hope he doesn't play enough minutes to make it worth it. What we got on the slate so far, so many sports on today. We got a bunch of shit in play. We got some more stuff coming. you go to Tails, or if you're in my VIP, you have an opportunity to check it all out. These are good things. If it'll populate here. I'll recap and I'll get the heck up out of here. We've been hanging out for over 2 hours, kicking it. I'll wait. Let me get out of some of these things. I got too many tabs going. So many tabs, so little time. Is it zoomed in there? Is that why it's being weird? Just give me my Tails. There we go. I just have so many tabs up every time. And I've got like 3 more tab situations, and it's just a whole thing. We got ourselves some prize picks. Noah Cameron's starting in like 2 seconds. So, yeah, I think he might have already started. Noah Cameron, Byron Buxton, Freddie Peralta. I sniped Noah Cameron. We had Byron Buxton, Freddie Peralta sniped from my guy, J Metal K. Got Christopher Sanchez, 4 kids. Got to take all of that ass to showbiz, plus 120, over 5.5 or over 6.5 strikeouts. Excuse me. Colin Murray Boyle, slow his roll. That's what my guy Waylon Jennings would like you to know. Taj Bradley, Scotty Barnes. We got Moises Ballesteros here to go yard. Pinch hit concern a little bit negated. Jacob Young, small player on his over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Taj Bradley, 6.5 strikeouts for him. So 2 pairs of 6 to high strikeouts. If we can get 1 across the line, that's profit. Ben Rice, plus 440 to go yard. That's a ridiculous number, even left on left. Jazz Chisholm, talked about his RBI there. Scotty Barnes, 6.5 assists, played that straight up. We had his live line just populating in the portfolio EV tool there at 6.5 plus money on FanDuel. So check that out. Last night, I fired up Schneeman hits alongside Chris Sale under 7.5 strikeouts, and Gleyber Torres over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. And Chris Sale was my first play from last night. So that recaps everything there. I want to keep everything else there for the old VIP, and going to add some more plays because we're already ready to roll. You got your hockey lines out. You got a K for Warren. These are all good things, my friend. Might be a live bet on Nas. Might just make a play ahead of time. Even if it's a small, 0.1 to win 0.6 units. I'm all right with that on 3.5 threes. It tend to be better. I mean, most people tend to be, I'm just very honest about my own basketball team. Generally speaking, I tend to bet against them a lot. There's that. Lisa Marie firing up 4.5 threes live for Scotty Barnes. That is wild stuff. Wild stuff. And 1 unit here. Got some good stuff coming from J Metal K. So go check that out. Check out his VIP. Check out a lot of the really good stuff over at Tails. A lot of it free in front of the paywall. A lot of it behind the paywall for everybody specifically. Going to be an awesome time to be able to cover some NBA, some MLB. And I will be here tomorrow early in the morning. That'll be good times. One more time for the people in the back as well. Where's it at? Where's it at? I'll find it. There it is. Promo code double. It's still active. I was going to take it down. It's still up. $20 for a month of the Lindy and Friends Discord. It needs to be down by the end of the weekend, though. That's for sure. So if you're looking to jump in, less than $1 a day, come kick it with me. We're going to put in that work all day. We're going to watch sports all the live long day. I'm going to watch Cleveland, Toronto. I'm going to go watch the Yankee game now that we've got some stuff invested in that one. Man, we need Noah Cameron strikeouts, and we need a lot of hitter prop stuff from the lefties against Noah Cameron. Kind of wild. But this was awesome. Had a blast with you. Thanks for sticking through some technical issues and some maneuvering for 2-3 minutes there. But I am Eric Lindquist. You can follow me on X at Eric Lindquist. You might have watched me over here on X, and then on the YouTubes. Just hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys later.